Hello everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. The last episode I did of this, I made it sound like I wasn't really going to come back to this, but there's been a lot of updates lately to the game, and so I thought I would come back to kind of give you guys an idea of what's been going on. Actually, there's some of the new stuff. Actually, I might want to actually start a new game. But I just kind of wanted to do this, for fun. And so basically what I wanted to kind of do was kind of show you some of the new stuff that happened. For example, there's now an option for marking the airdrops when they come down. I don't know if that was something that was there before, but if it wasn't, I turned it on. And I highly recommend you actually do that, because it is very imperative that you do, because it actually saves you a lot of heartache and trouble. You also want to make sure you have the, daylight link to the highest that it can possibly be, because that's the only way you're going to definitely be able to, successfully manage your stuff, like always. Another thing that you might want to do is make sure you have, the loot respawn and all that set. Because you can always change it, but if you do that, that would be a bad idea. You don't want to actually change it too much. But yeah, I turned on mark airdrops, and it's actually something that's helped a lot. Me and Patrick have been actually playing this a little bit. Tried morning, I should say. I've been playing it, and it actually makes the game a lot more fun. And another reason why I'm doing a new one is not only because I'm on the new computer, but because there's a lot of stuff that you can't really show off if you've been playing on an old map. So that's another reason. One thing, for example, that I really want to show off is how much easier the game can actually be now. I mean, there's still some things that can easily take you out. There's new animals, there's new zombie types. Why did I start out in the freaking winter area? Jesus Christ. Okay. That is what happened last time, if I remember right. Anyway, we want to collect plant fibers like always. I'll just do that real quick. Alright, we're done collecting the plant fibers. This house, wow, actually looks kind of shitty, but it'll be alright. As always, you want to make sure you start searching everything to get your skills up for that. They actually made finding what do you call them? Cooking pots a lot easier too, that I've noticed. We'll wear that. In fact, searching stuff seems to have gotten a lot more, I guess, effective, so to speak, oh yeah, and then there's this stuff that's new now that you have to actually break open to get whatever's inside there. You're gonna need an axe for that. We can place the bedroll in here. We'll be able to repair this place pretty easily. Alright. There we go, whatever. I just want to do all these missions because, they give you the stuff you need to level up. Some stuff that you want to level up. I think they also changed the pattern of, you know, what quests they have you actually do in what order, because I don't think crafting the bedroll was the first thing you did. I thought it was crafting clothes. But anyway. Another cool thing they did is they actually made stone axes be able to be made to level like 25 now. Not level 20. I'm so sorry. That's just what it says. Like 200. You can make level 200 stone axes now. It's like freaking insane. You want to do that as soon as possible. Like you start putting up your skills to, make more powerful stone axes, because the level 25 one is all you can make now, because they changed the skills, and I gotta show that real quick here. So when you go into your skills, there is now a toolsmithing perk, and I don't think that was a perk before, because remember how in like the old game, as long as you kept making more and more stone axes, they would get more powerful as you went. That is no longer the case. Now you have to actually put up toolsmithing and like weaponsmithing and here it is, armor crafting, to be able to actually make more powerful clothing. So like for example, right now, here I found a secret way to do this quicker. When we go to our character right now, right? We have a level 195 sweatshirt that we're wearing, right? Well, when we craft plant fiber, stuff. Oh, wait, I need to do the hood, not the hat. Well, the hat's cooler anyway, but I'll still do that. See how it's only a level 25? The big thing that you'll notice is that, that's just a all-around annoying thing that you have. Is like it's always going to be level 25. They never get any better until you put up your armor skill. So, oh wait, yeah, I don't want to wear that. I just want to make it so that the quest goes away. There you go. And they actually added more quests than there was before, too. Oh yeah, let's just wear the shirt and take it back off. So they'll shut up about that, too. Now, we actually want to move out of this area pretty quick, but for right now, we got to collect our basic, stuff, so that the game will shut up about the stuff, So, let's see. We want to head probably... Are we in the north part of the map? What did I say? Let's see. Hold on, let's zoom out a little bit here. No, we're straight in the middle. Okay, so we probably want to head like either east or south. Actually, it looks like there's a different biome in this direction if we wanted to go that way. Wow, okay, that is slow as balls with this. You start getting used to the stuff that you find. Like, for example, feathers are now a lot more commonly found in nests because they're so hard to find. Oh yeah, we definitely want to search this. Oh, there's a wooden club right there. That's even better than the one we just crafted. We'll go ahead and equip that. They're not very good weapons, but we might as well. Stop it, bastard. Oh yeah, they added a new thing that they thought was helpful for you. They're like, hey, how do you feel about crafting stuff using the W key? I don't. Because what happens is, like, you know how whenever you're like searching something, right? When you leave, it's tempting to just press tab because that opens up your backpack so you can see what you grabbed, and all that, right? Well, you're supposed to hit E, and if you hit the tab button and then think that you got out of that only to find out that you didn't, well, you know, it kind of throws you off and you're like, wait, what just happened? You know? Alright. Let's go ahead and head this direction since it's still daytime. We can escape zombies if needed, just to see what kind of biome this is. Oh, because that's the deadly radiation zone. Okay. So, yeah, that's where that is. We'll be fine, don't worry. Oh yeah, I forgot they actually start you out with 100% hunger and all that now. But yeah, we want to head just away from the house. We can build a house if we absolutely need to. Oh, well, here. Oh yeah, another cool thing. Wood frames take like only a second to build now. You know how they used to like take like at least like 5 seconds to build or something like that? Now they take just a second, so they just pop into your inventory like nothing. So that's really cool. I don't recommend building a house out of you know, wood, to be completely honest, unless you're going to surround it with other fortifications. If you decide to build one instead of like, you know, start out in one like I just chose not to do because we're in the snow. Also, you saw that boar over there? Boars are now dangerous. If you try to hunt them, they will hunt you because you're not very prepared for combat right now. And so, boars are actually dangerous to you now. Like, they can actually kill you, to say the least, if you're not careful. Trying morning while we were playing, he was like saying, hey, I found a boar, so I'm going to fight it so that we can get some, you know, meat. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And so he's doing that, you know, just trying to take, like, you know, trying to, you know, shoot it with a bow, and all of a sudden it charges towards him. And he's like, hey, Mike, it just charged towards me and started attacking me. And I was like, you don't say. That's interesting. I don't know if we can take this deer out with this, and we don't have like a thing to really get its meat from it anyway. Also, arrows behaved a little bit differently than they did before too, where they actually get affected by gravity. Wow. We've also noticed that finding schematics seems to be a little bit easier too, which is kind of neat. There you go, got it. But there's a zombie. That could be bad if we decide to go over there. Zombies, for the most part, are still super difficult to take out if you're not careful. It's definitely not in your best interest to try to take them out. But I do need what that thing drops. Because you can still get bones from it from using the stone axe. Is that after me? Or is he... No, he's not, but... The second I start beating up on this deer, he'll probably come after me. I can probably take him out, but There's a small chance of it, basically. Oh, also, another bastard thing that they did is they added where while you're moving, your bow moves up and down. So it actually makes it more difficult for you to properly aim at stuff while you're trying to use the bow. But yeah, this guy can take me out in like 5 seconds if I'm not careful. In fact, let's get out of here. We'll forget about the deer for now. We took it out, and that gave us some skill points, so... Well, not skill points, but it gave us some points towards our bow, which is good. If I was able to make more arrows, we would probably be fine to take those guys out. Oh, another thing. I know I've just been ranting this whole time, but I kind of want to tell you about every single upgrade that the game has done. Another thing they did is they made it where, what was I trying to say? They made it where, nah, I lost it, I'm sorry. I'll remember in a second. I just gotta off screen a little bit here. Alright, we're safely away from the zombies, so I'll come back in here. Another thing they did is they made it where even if you miss with the bow, it actually will benefit you a little bit just to have shot it. Because while I was playing on our server, we actually were just shooting arrows, and eventually all of a sudden my archery skill went up. And I hadn't even hit anything. I totally whiffed on the enemy I was trying to hit with it. And it goes, oh, congratulations, your skill went up. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't do anything. What do you mean it went up? So, yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, and toolets have a chance of having pistols in them too, which is really odd. But yeah, it's now a lot easier to actually find guns as well for some reason. Well, once you get your scavenging skill up enough, it's actually easier to find you know, weapons and stuff. Will this survive long enough? No, it won't. Well, you can still repair it to get some points too. Yeah, you lose a point on its level, but I mean, who cares? It'll be fine. And there's nothing even in this box. Let's break it down to get its paper at least, I guess. Because paper is actually useful for stuff now. There you go. Alright, have we got any skill points yet? Not yet. Here's my wood frames. Let's get rid of that. Is that a curtain? Alright, awesome, whatever. Break that. Yeah, I recommend breaking windows and just replacing them with wood frames because, as I said, the wood frames are more powerful anyway. So, you might as well. Okay, last survival training thing. Build a campfire. Oh, because my thing is full. I was like, why is that not working? There we go. So put that just right there. Now we can add. Now we got some skill points. How many did we get? Just 5? Fuck that. We're not using those. Alright, so we're gonna have to journey to the settlement in a minute. Right now, I don't know. Wait, when did that spawn in here? Alright, so here's another thing that can happen. Zombies can randomly spawn in your house. It's not that often, but if a place isn't super fortified, yeah, they can actually spawn in here. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Nothing we can really do about it right now. So I really wouldn't worry about it, because we have no way of fighting him right now. So, I mean, well, we do, but it's not a good way to do it. We can beat him to death with a club. If we absolutely want to. Alright. I was about to say we're kind of running out of time, but we're really not. I really need to start exploring though. Oh, but it's actually almost nighttime already. Which isn't good because, like I said, with that zombie in our house, we don't have a way of, you know, successfully surviving. Yeah, until you get a really good axe, it's best to just attack these saplings instead of trying to cut down trees, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Oh, so here's one of the new animals. That's a bear. Bears come in 2 types. Regular bears like that aren't too threatening unless you get too close to them. And the other one, which is a zombie bear. Yes, there's zombified animals now. I mean, besides dogs, of course. And I'll just tell you right now, zombie bears are almost impossible to kill unless you have a gun with high skills. I'll just tell you that straight up. If you don't have a high skill set, zombies and zombie bears will just take you out in like 5 seconds. No joke. The zombie bears can take you out in 1 hit regardless, I think, is what we're gonna just assume. We didn't actually get killed by it, but when it attacked us, we did have to just like use everything we had. Like we had a sawed-off shotgun and like 150 shotgun shells, and we went through 50 shotgun shells before we took down like 2 of them, because like there was 3 of them that attacked us at once. And it took like over 50 shotgun shells to take out the first 2. So that right there should give you an idea of just how freaking powerful those bastards are. So I think since a zombie spawned in our little hideout, we might have to build another one real fast here. Let's try to find a good spot to do that. That's the irradiation zone, right? Yes. Why do I keep running towards that? Alright. We have zombies spawning everywhere. Yeah, so that probably is going to work out for us. Alright, so, trying to think on how much longer I want to record for, because I know we have some stuff to cut out, but, I've just been kind of ranting, I'm not going to lie. But I wanted to like kind of do a episode to kind of go over everything that's new for those of you who haven't played the game yet. Like say you guys are still waiting to see what all the game comes up with. I'll tell you right now, they've pretty much done everything, it sounds like, except for like little odds and ends. The newest thing they did is they made it where it's like a little bit more likelier for you to find supplies, because they know like a lot of people complained about not being able to find supplies that easily, and so they've upped the amount of stuff that spawns. And I know some people would be like, well, then that makes it too easy. Actually, no, it really doesn't, because you still can't go out at night unless you're super prepared, you know. And you know, unless you turn up your brightness a whole lot, traveling at night is like almost impossible to survive unless you have a torch and all that, you know. And you're almost guaranteed. Oh, hello, zombie dickbag. Alright, we still have... Ooh, here's a nice little house. We still have about 5 hours, I think, until it's night. Is he still following me? Apparently not. Okay, so we're fine. This house is most likely going to have zombies in it, though, so we need to prepare ourselves. Here, we'll stand right here. Search our surroundings. Yep, hear that sound? There's a zombie in there. So let's go hide up here, away from the house a little bit. Again, search your surroundings. Alright. And then make ourselves some arrows. I recommend... I know how I was like only making like 30 arrows before at a time. I recommend you make about 100 arrows. As soon as you can, just make 100 arrows. Because arrows are your main source of combat for like the first 5 nights. Like literally. You're not going to find guns or, you know, valid weapons until that time anyway. So, you know, don't be afraid to just rely on arrows only for a little while. You'll be fine, I promise. And like I said, if you need to build a base to protect yourself, go ahead and build a little base somewhere instead of relying on like starting bases. Because remember, one thing that this game does is the longer you stay in one place, the more zombies will actually come to that area, because you're doing stuff in that area. Like you're building stuff, you're mining stuff, and all of that makes noise. Like this makes noise, and that brings zombies to your attention, you know. So I mean, I could probably take this guy out with 20 arrows if I land every shot. That's the sad part, you know. When you first start out, you're not likely to take out most zombies. Alright, so there's 2 zombies in there. That may be a little difficult to fight. We'll see. Oh no, there's 3 in there. But this is a good way to practice our skill a little bit. This is going to make us freezing cold, but we don't really have a choice. Oh yeah, that's another thing that happens now. It's like when you go underwater, it says you cannot breathe. You don't say I'm underwater. They said that's something that they added recently to try to replace the O2 gauge a little bit. So, yeah, that's what the stuff that can come from here on a stone axe, because a pickaxe is what you really need to use on this. But we don't want to bring attention to ourselves too much right now. It's still in the way. Alright, well, I'm going to end this episode here while I, fix all this stuff. When I come back, I'll have this house completed and all that, and this area cleared up. So, yeah, don't worry. Everything will be fine, I'm sure. So, yeah, see you guys in the next episode.